Hello, welcome back. Kicking it with Chico. Back out at Chipmunk Trail again today. Chilling out, relaxing a little bit. Got the sun at my back. Absolutely gorgeous day. I'll flip the camera around here in a minute so y'all can look at the lake instead of me. But kind of want to talk about today, and maybe the audio will work on this, maybe it won't. It's awful windy out here, but talked about this on videos before. The struggle bus, man. Regardless of what age you are, you could be in your teenage years, your 20s, 30s, 40s, like me in your 50s. Some people right now might call it a midlife crisis. I don't think mid-50s is a midlife crisis. I think I had that in my late 30s, early 40s was my midlife crisis. No idea what in the world I'm going through now, but same old feeling that if I didn't have mindfulness and awareness in my toolbox that I've learned, I'd be struggling with. It's a struggle, but I have tools on my side to help me. You just don't know what your purpose is in life. You don't know what your direction is. Don't feel like you've accomplished much. You want to be a sense of pride for your family, for your kids. You want to provide a better life for your family and for your kids. Sometimes you feel like you fall a little bit short, a little bit on the shallow end of the pool on that. Look around and see a lot of people that maybe you're not trying to judge them, because I always look at people that make more money than I do, have a better house than I do, better vehicle, yada, yada, yada. I always commend them and, hey man, congratulations. I never dog on anybody, or I guess the word is hate on anybody. I don't like using that word, but hate on somebody for doing better, whether it's financially or however else it may be, than myself. I don't get upset when athletes get paid hundreds of millions of dollars. If somebody's willing to pay you, good for you. That's on the clown that paid you that much. If he's got that much to pay, so be it. But anyway, you wake up, you just got that gut feeling inside like, man, what is there for me? What is the purpose of life? What is the meaning of life? And I've struggled with this question for many years, especially when I started being very reflective. There we go, reflective. Pointing back at myself, looking deeper inside myself, looking at the mirror and realizing that I'm deep down inside of there, and I'm a total of my experiences and different things and the mental constructs that I've created with my experiences through life. But some days, I get it, man, are tougher than others. You get up, you got to go to work, you got to take care of the kids, you got to go to a kid's sporting event. Maybe you don't want to be around people. You talk to anybody that's worked in corrections for any length of time, a lot of times you do not want to be around a crowded area or a big group of people that you do not know. You just don't want to do it. It creates a lot of anxiety. It'll trigger some PTSD that you might have for something that you've dealt with in corrections. So, that's something that you got to overcome, that hypervigilance. But anyway, back to today's topic is, what's the purpose of life? What's the meaning of life? Over the years, I thought I had it figured out that life is about experiencing life, about enjoying your family, enjoying your friends, enjoying the small things in life. You might not be able to travel to the Cape Horn of Africa. You might not be able to go down the Amazon River on a tour. Might not be able to go to Norway or Switzerland or Sweden or Germany. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Yeah. Took 2 years of German in high school. Shout out to Mr. Loftus. Love you. But I don't know. Man. A lot of you that know me close and personally know what's going on in my life right now, and it's been a topsy-turvy situation. It's not something I ever expected. At my age, I become a new father again. Yeah, it was a shock, pretty incredible, and dealing with it as it goes. Love the little guy to death, wouldn't trade him for the world. But it is a new wrinkle in the sheet, man. It's a new wave in the ocean. Puts a whole new perspective on things in life. Once again, I feel round up, circle the buses, circle the wagons, and get my shit together and be something that little boy can be proud of. That way, when he's in school playing sports, he's not pointing up there and saying, "Here's my grandpa with a cane that can barely walk," which most people are going to call me his grandpa anyway. And I know a lot of y'all are going to, there's a word again, hate on me and get on me and judge me and things like that, and that's fine. you're welcome. I won't block any comments on here. I ask you to keep it fairly clean. Some of my kids do check out my YouTube channels. But I got what's coming to me, and what's coming to me is another enjoyable little human being that I can help raise in a stoic fashion. The little guy is going to learn a lot about Stoicism. He's going to learn a lot about history, the real history of the world. He's going to learn to think for himself. He's going to learn to think critically. He's going to be trained in the martial arts. Kind of just a little project, a little peace project that's going to be exposed to a lot from a lot of different angles so he can make choices for himself. But yeah, that's kind of what's brought me to this crossroads that I didn't think I'd come to again in life. But yet here we are. Here we are again. And it's a struggle mentally and emotionally and spiritually. Again, if I didn't have my mindfulness and awareness to fall back on, some of my thoughts would get away from me and they would snowball into something that's probably not good. But being mindful, being aware, not reacting, but being able to respond with those thoughts consciously and turn them into constructive ideas is really helping me out a lot. So no matter what your struggle is, we all have our own issues, our own problems that we deal with. I understand that somebody out there has got it a heck of a lot worse than you do or I do. And there's always something, man, to be grateful for in our lives. There's always something daily that we can look at and be grateful for. Hundreds of things. Again, I try to start the day every day, come up with 5 things before I get out of bed and take a whiz, is come up with 5 things that I'm grateful for. Somebody has always got it worse. And yeah, we struggle, but sometimes you got to put it in perspective, and that will get you through to the next day, to the next moment, to the next week, to the next hour. No matter what you're struggling with, it could be in a relationship, it could be financially, it could be with your family, it could be with your kids. You know, I also got a teenage daughter, and she is a handful, man. I love her, and she is something else. She is full of spit and fire. She's just like her dad was, and yeah, teenage kids aren't the easiest to deal with. You got to remember, they're exposed to so much more than when I was a kid back in the late 70s and throughout the 80s. We didn't have cell phones. We weren't exposed to TikTok and YouTube and everything. We had basically 3 or 4 channels on TV, and your TikTok was getting on your bike and riding down the street and seeing the kids jumping rope or playing basketball or playing in the ditch. That was your TikTok. So anyway, man, I hope everybody's doing good. Remember, every struggle in life is a learning experience, and it's opportunity to grow and to learn regardless of what it throws at you. All right, love you all. Peace out.